Hello there, and welcome to the Episode-7 of Series-2 of English Podcast with Ashish Khanna. Today I'm going to talk about the United Nations World Day Against Trafficking in Persons, which takes place on the 30th of July each year. Would you believe that? According to current research, up to 40 million people are living as slaves today. While some have been born into slave-like conditions, most are victims of human trafficking, legally known as the crime of trafficking in persons, or TIP for short. This illegal trade in human beings is estimated to generate over 150 billion US dollars per year. How should we define trafficking in persons? Is it the same as smuggling? The word trafficking might suggest travel, but the crime can actually still exist even when no transportation of a victim happens. Someone can be a victim of human trafficking in their own country, even in their own street, if they are forced to do things they don't want to do and another person is profiting financially. This is trafficking in persons. Human trafficking is a crime based on exploitation, and it's often confused with human smuggling. But human smuggling is a different crime based on transportation and requires the illegal crossing of an international or state border. So who do the victims tend to be? Anybody could be a victim of trafficking, but traffickers usually target people who are desperate and vulnerable. Poverty, unemployment, little or no education, war, and natural disasters can all cause extreme vulnerability. Human traffickers also target people who are emotionally vulnerable, especially teenagers and children who feel lonely and unloved and are desperate to feel special. Traffickers use different strategies during the recruitment process, but they all tend to involve deception, fake job ads, and false promises of economic opportunity and a better life are common lies that traffickers use to trick people into believing that a bright, happy future is waiting for them. They also often use promises of true love and a romantic adventure. Sadly, this adventure is likely to be violent exploitation with traumatic consequences. But the traffickers will make a profit from the sale of their victims, and that's their main goal. Despite what films show, traffickers don't usually abduct victims. Now let's look at the different types of exploitation. These often include forced labor, especially in the construction industry and mining, fishing and agriculture. Other forms of exploitation include domestic servitude, commercial sexual exploitation, child soldiers, child brides, and forced marriage. You might think trafficking is a crime that happens far away in another country, but think again. The office buildings we work in, our sports stadiums we go to might have been built by modern-day slaves. Daily products such as fruits and vegetables, seafood, clothing, chocolate, and the minerals used in electronics might also include slave labor at some point in the production process. The United Nations World Day Against Trafficking in Persons takes place on the 30th of July each year. You may be wondering if there is anything you can do to take action against an individual. Well, there are actually a lot of things you can do. Go online to find out the National Anti-Trafficking Hotline number. Be alert. It's strongly advised that you don't try to rescue someone who appears to be a victim. This could endanger both you and the victim. Instead, call the hotline or police emergency number. Also, think before you shop. As a consumer, find out about the backstory to products you buy. Try to buy items that are produced ethically so that your money doesn't support companies that are use trafficking victims. Finally, there is some good news in all this. Thousands of people around the world, from corporate leaders to academics and artists, are using their skills, resources, and passion to fight trafficking. One such organization is No Project, an award-winning global educational campaign that targets youth awareness of the crime through music, art, dance, film, theater, poetry, journalism, and social media. Around the world, students and educators donate their time and talent to this campaign. As the founder of the No Project says, youth are the agents of change. Only through a well-informed, proactive, realistic understanding of this crime can the next generation effectively confront slavery and trafficking. Now that's a campaign that's worth supporting. I hope you enjoyed listening to this podcast. Thank you for taking time out. Have a great day.